Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's Harry from Hasbro TV, back with another post-match review video. Rangers won, Tottenham won. Should I say I'm surprised? Yes, I'm not surprised. But let's get into the game. So Spurs actually went with a pretty strong 11, which quite surprised me actually. I thought the likes of Bergvall would start, but obviously the back five kind of picks itself up at the moment. Udogie, Porro, Gray and Dragusin, because that's the only four we got, pretty much. And obviously Forster in goal, because of Vicario's got this long-term injury. The midfield consists of Bissouma, Bentancur, who one would expect will start because they both can't play on the weekends. And due to suspensions, they need game time as well. And Maddison playing in 10. So maybe that people might say it's like a resting Kulusevski thing as well. But still, Maddison, for me, should deserve to start the past couple of games anyway. And the front end consists of Son in the middle, so Solanke got his rest. Johnson on the right and Vern on the left. Yeah, great. But let's get into the game. So Rangers started off the better team, finished off the better team. Ironically, obviously, and did manage in Scotland. So I would have thought he would have done something against Rangers. But it felt like to me that we weren't at it. I mean, Rangers deserves it more. If the 1-1 draw for me is kind of not really fair, I think Rangers deserve to beat us. I'm not going to sit here and say they didn't, because they did. Before Kulusevski came on in the second half, we didn't really offer any threat. The only shots I remember us taking were Porro. Forster made some great saves. I actually thought, especially one near the end when Rangers should have made it 2-1. Forster made some great saves and really kept us as a draw, and also in the game at some points. Probably got man of the match, really, Forster. But what can we gather from this? It's another game where Spurs have just not turned up, especially away from home. Of course, I did say a few weeks ago that drawing away from home is not a bad result. Yeah, it's not bad in that respect, but we haven't won one game in our last 8 now. So in that respect, that's bad. And also, like I said, bear in mind, and did manage in the SPL with Celtic. I would have thought he would go on to Rangers and won the game, because this is like a stadium really where, I know it's an away ground, but he has a lot of experience, right, playing against Rangers, and surely he would know what the atmosphere would be like. Of course, they're constantly booing us, because this game was labelled like the Battle of Britain. But Kulusevski was the best player for us, because of course came on at half-time. Bergvall came on later on, so did Sarr for Bissouma, Bentancur, because we had to kind of get back into the game. And yeah, again, it was just really poor. We were extremely open, especially down the wings. I don't even know who Philippe Clement is, the Rangers manager, but he clearly did his homework. He clearly looked at us and thought, they're weak on the wide areas, attack the wide areas. And we were getting so exposed. I thought Porro and Udogie were getting hammered constantly. That Cherney, I don't know his first name, was literally destroying us on the right. And then the guy in the middle of the striker was having a lot of joy, actually. Gray, he did all right. He's not a centre-half. He shouldn't be there, really. And Dragusin, I thought he was all okay. Just want to point out, he was playing on the left, which wasn't to his disadvantage. As I've alluded to before on this channel, Dragusin on the left-hand side of the defence is not good. But clearly these tactics are just bonkers and they just don't work. And the fact that we went to a Scottish team where Ange supposedly made his name, not the exact team, but you know what I mean, the biggest rivals, we go there, we can't even get a clean result, as in like a win at least. Because it goes to show that this man is out of his depth. Yeah, he needs to go.